Our team of meteorologists have been working around the clock for you, and our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb, is here with us now. Chris, are some areas already starting to see that freezing rain?
The changeover is taking place in parts of northwest Georgia and northeast Georgia. That's where the temperatures are coldest right now, at or near freezing, a little bit below freezing in some spots. In Atlanta, we're still in the 40s as the rain's moving in, and that's what we were expecting to still be general rain here as we get to the sunset hour, but it's now going to be after sunset and through the evening hours when those temperatures are going to start falling, and this rain continues to feed in from the south and also to the west. So what we're seeing now in Atlanta, you see the green color here, that's where we have some rain coming in. Savannah Levin's confirmed just a few moments ago, a few raindrops coming down. There's probably a few more than just a few coming down right now there on the 17th bridge where she was reporting from. Additional showers going down into South Fulton, also into areas of Coweta County. It's North Georgia where we're seeing that changeover, mainly in the highest elevations right now. Rabun County into parts of White County, Lumpkin County, Fannin County, northern parts of Dawson County, a little bit of a changeover happening there too. And we were watching the changeover happening in northwest Georgia. They're in a little bit of a break right now, but an additional wave of moisture is pushing into northwest Georgia. That's going to be some more freezing rain. Now, this back in Alabama is all rain here, but then you've got some freezing rain in North Alabama. So what's interesting with that, it is warmer over in Alabama, and this rain, though, is going to move in and hit this wedge, which is that shallow layer of cool air coming in from the north and east. And those two systems will collide. The rain moves in, rides up and over that shallow layer of air, and that's what gives us the freezing rain. So we continue with this ice storm warning for all of North Georgia, down to Atlanta, along I-20 and south of Atlanta here in Clayton County and also in Henry County, and then also these areas up into parts of northwest Georgia where we have this ice storm warning, where we're going to see some ice accumulations in spots tonight, overnight, and into tomorrow morning, with some dangerous travel and also some power outages are possible. The main part we're watching for the most impacts will be in northeast Georgia, where they're going to have major impacts there, moderate impacts for Atlanta over to the east of us along I-20 and in northwest Georgia, and then minor impacts to the south of us. And to the south, that's where they're going to have a glazing to around 1/4 of an inch. For Atlanta, 1/4 of an inch to in some spots around 1/2 inch. And then north and east of the city, 1/2 inch plus possible in many of those areas there, and that would cause some major impacts with trees coming down. The weight of that ice on the trees and on the limbs and on the power lines would be causing a lot of power outages, as well as the dangerous to almost impossible travel there in parts of northeast Georgia. Danielle joins us now live, and these temperatures are going to be very important here through not only the nighttime hours tomorrow, but also if we're able to warm up a little bit tomorrow afternoon.
Exactly. The temperatures are critical, a very critical part of this forecast. And you can see there was a number of winter storm warnings across that map that Chris just showed. And you can see the temperatures. Washington around 17 degrees right now. St. Louis is 9 degrees. We're still 44 here in Metro Atlanta, but that is going to be changing. We are going to see our temperatures start to fall. Here's a look at some more current temperatures. Dalton now 32 degrees. Clayton is 30 degrees. So now you're really going to have to start watching that rainfall switching over into that freezing rain once you drop below that 32-degree mark. Here's another thing. Savannah and Angelina both said it. It has gotten so cold outside. You can see the difference. You can kind of see they're getting a little bit cold out there. In Gainesville and Athens, the temperatures have dropped 11 degrees in the last 24 hours. Dalton's around 14 degrees colder. And then that kind of plays into our road temperatures as well. So the colder it gets outside and the more those winds keep blowing, our temperatures are going to drop on those roadways, which means that any kind of freezing rain that falls and accumulates, it's going to be sticking. So make sure that you are prepared for that. Hazardous road conditions are probably one of our top concerns. Secondary to that, power outages. And power outages become a really big problem as we look forward into the forecast going towards your Monday. That's why we extended that weather impacts alert to Monday yesterday, because the temperatures will be falling. Not only will the temperatures be falling, but there's a cold weather advisory in place because it could feel like 0 to maybe 15 degrees when you factor in that wind chill. So there's a number of layers with this system, and we are tracking them all. We're bringing you a full look at that 7-day forecast coming up a little bit later on in this newscast.